Wait till I get my money right.
I have a Patek, two Pateks.
Nice. I never heard of that timepiece before. Welcome back to another episode of What's on Your Wrist, Cars and Coffee Edition. Today we're going to go around asking people what timepiece they're wearing on their wrist, along with some other watch-related questions. On top of it, I'm going to help us get to know them a little bit and have them give us one piece of advice. But since today is Cars and Coffee, I'm also going to ask them what car they drove today. So I want you guys to comment down below your favorite timepiece that we spot out here. Also, your favorite car that we spot out here today. Give the video a thumbs up. Let's get this video to 500 likes and let's just get straight into the video. All right, today I'm here with
Elvis.
And where are you from?
New York.
Okay, and I spotted you wearing a beautiful Rolex Daytona today. Tell us about it. This is the John Mayer edition?
John Mayer, yes.
How long you had it for and what made you pick this up?
I've had it already for like about 7 months, something like that. Picked it up. I needed something different.
Did you get it from the AD or a gray market dealer?
I got a dealer. Yes.
And tell us, what was your first watch?
Datejust. Stainless steel blue face.
Rolex Datejust, blue face. That's a beautiful timepiece, definitely. You still have it today?
No, I don't. No.
And what's the last timepiece you picked up to mark a specific achievement or milestone in your life?
That's a good question. I got two Patek. I got a 5980 and I got a Equinox.
Nice, very, very nice. Yeah. You're a serious collector for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so outside of Rolex and Patek, what other brands can you mention that you have?
I got APs, yeah. Okay. I got AP, Rolex, and Patek.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
But I have multiple business. I have construction business. I have a car wash. I have the parking business, lending business. I'm in all type of stuff.
Very nice. And what's one piece of advice you could give people out there who want to be entrepreneurs?
Put 100%. That's it. Put 100% in anything you do, and no matter what it is.
He ain't lying.
Okay, very nice. So it's starting right now. So I'm just going to ask you, what cars did you drive here today?
I got 996 and a 993.
Okay, which one did you pick up first?
993.
Okay. And which one's your favorite?
993.
Okay. So you're pretty much a Porsche guy. These are the only two that you have?
No, I got 13 of them.
Damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And what's the most recent one that you picked up?
A 997.1 green.
And which one's the most reliable of all that you have?
They're all reliable. I can't tell you that. I never use them all.
Okay, well, I appreciate you stopping and sharing and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, today I'm here with
Marcello,
And where are you from?
Miami, Florida.
Okay, and I spotted a very unique piece on his wrist. I saw from a distance, I thought it was a Rolex, and then when I got closer, I thought it was a Tudor. But tell us, what kind of timepiece is this? What's the brand? Tell us about it. How long you had it for? What made you pick this up?
Yeah, so it's actually a Seiko mod. I probably had it for like a year. Basically, you buy all the parts and you buy the case separate. You buy the movement separate. It's similar to an NH35. It's a like a Seiko movement that they use for all the Seiko 5s and all that. And the dial's an original dial from a 62 Mas. I don't know the exact like part number, but it's like reference. But it's it's like a combo watch, to make it look like my own style, my own, thing I like. So, yeah.
How much skill does this require to, put it together?
It's really not too bad. It's just patience. I would say the hardest part is putting like the seconds hand and probably the minutes and seconds hands. You have to sit there with like a little, probably like a magnifying glass and really trying to line it up for me, it takes still like 15, 20 minutes. I built like 2 or 3 of them. But the actual whole process is probably 2 hours or less. Like you buy like the dial, the hands, the case, the movement, and you just kind of like line everything up and not too bad. Yeah.
So do you have what it takes to do an overhaul or no?
Probably not. Like I don't think I could replace like a bridge or anything on a watch, but this is more of like to assemble your own watch, you're proud of your own little creation, your own colors, your own, hands that you choose. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool. So do you want to get to the point where you could service a watch?
That would be pretty cool to find like a, let's say, worn out like Rolex or something, and then be able to replace a couple of parts. That'd be cool. Or even, but like something like a movement swap. Yeah, like that's not so bad. That's just popping the hands off. It's very similar to building one of these, but actually replacing and servicing the parts. Yeah, that's not where I'm at all. But yeah.
And tell us, what was your first watch?
Truthfully, it was actually a Seiko. It was I think it was called like a SRPG 35. It was like a field watch Seiko, and I've kind of liked the Seiko thing because like you can just wear it. You don't have to worry about it too much. They're reliable, so I've just been a fan of that. So.
And what other timepiece stands out to you right now that's in your collection?
I don't have too many watches. I've actually, and I built most of them just because that's what I'm into. I'm into like cars, modifying cars, building, stuff like that. So, whenever I can build something, I usually try to do that instead of purchasing it. So that's my thing. But if I could buy a watch, I'd probably actually buy something like a 62 Mas, like a factory 62 Mas, maybe an older style one. So those are pretty cool. Like I think in the 70s and 80s, they had like a very original look with the pan. I think it's called glass that sticks out, like the acrylic looking glass. I like that a lot.
So you're someone that like modern over vintage or vintage over modern?
Vintage for sure. Yeah.
My nigga.
I like older cars. I like vintage stuff. I find it cool. So
Yeah, I pretty much knew the answer in my head
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
Just by someone that's putting a watch together, and yeah, pretty much. And I think I saw what you drove in here today. What car did you drive?
the 540i, the E34 95. It's a 540i. Truthfully, I just purchased it recently. I didn't do much. Like I've literally only done an oil change on it, but I have done a lot of work on a previous one that I owned. But that made me fall in love with this car. So it's a 540i with a 6-speed swap. So it's pretty cool.
And what was the previous one that you had?
It was a 525i 95, but it needed a lot of work, like paint work and everything. So I figured it was, I preferred starting with a new one that was more, like the engine and transmission that I preferred to have. But I'm a BMW guy, so I have like a 95 325i that I've been working on the engine and everything too. Like that was, I think, how I got into all the building and everything, is taking apart an engine that I didn't really know what I was doing, and it forced me to try to learn all that stuff. So, but yeah.
You're a BMW guy. Great.
Yeah.
Me too,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So tell us, how do you feel about the reliability when it comes to BMWs? I mean, you could service some things yourself, it seems, but how do you feel about it when things break all the time and there's always some weak point?
I will say, if you like working on cars yourself and trying to service them yourself, you have to stay with the earlier models. Probably, I wouldn't go past like an N52 from like 2011. Anything earlier than that is perfectly fine without the high pressure fuel rails and like the high pressure fuel pumps and injectors. So like port injection cars, like M50s, S50s, the M60, all those types of engines that are nothing too crazy. You can just go in there, replace gaskets, take the intake manifold off. Like nothing's too crazy. But yeah, the newer cars with the twin turbos, the high pressure stuff, I'm trying to stay away. I don't. Yeah, that's not my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. And tell us, what do you do for a living?
I'm a mechanical engineer. I work at a upholstery type shop. We design seats and everything. It's an interesting thing.
Okay, makes sense altogether. Well, I appreciate you stopping and sharing, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Today I'm here with,
Andres.
and where you from?
I'm from Ecuador.
And I spotted you wearing a beautiful timepiece. Tell us about it. How long you had it for, and what made you pick this up?
Submariner, about 2 years, and I love the contrast of the white gold and the yellow.
Okay.
It's just elegant piece. You can just wear it with anything. Something sporty, suit.
Yeah, beautiful. 18 karat yellow gold and stainless steel. Did you get this at the AD or a gray market dealer?
AD, New York.
And what was your first watch at the AD?
I got a Datejust. Yeah,
Was it a two-tone or steel?
steel, complete steel. Yeah.
Because I was gonna see whether or not you prefer two-tone over steel.
That one's just like steel is just like a very versatile piece. It goes with anything.
That's true. What other timepiece do you have outside of Rolex?
I have a Panerai, Luminor Panerai. I have the Datejust. I have a Submariner. I have the Batgirl, black and blue. Yeah.
And that's a lot of Rolexes. And Panerai. Okay, decent collection. Do you prefer vintage over modern or modern over vintage?
I'd say modern. Modern, yeah.
And what do you do for a living?
I own a healthcare marketing agency.
And how long you been doing this for?
22 years.
And what's one piece of advice you could give someone out there that may want to get into this field?
Just be patient, and just follow your dreams. And if you don't do anything with passion, you're not getting anywhere.
That's a fact. Now tell us, what did you drive here today?
It's a 2019 Panamera Turbo.
Any modifications?
No, it's just mainly stock, but I did try a piggyback race chip. but it messed up the throttle body, so I had to remove it.
Was this one of those remote type of modifications, or
No, it's a German company. They make a chip, to kind of like increase the response of the engine, and then I also got a throttle control unit from the same company. Just like performance upgrade, but not so reliable as I thought.
and how do you look at the car as far as reliability overall, besides the modification that you did?
I mean, it's a Porsche. It's very reliable. It's just as long as you stay on top of the maintenance, good. Yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping and sharing, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
So at this point in the video, guys, comment down below your favorite timepiece that we spotted so far, as well as your favorite car that one of these collectors are driving today. Comment down below and let me know. All right, today I'm here with
Julius,
and where you from?
Miami.
Okay, and I spotted you wearing something that stood out to me. It's a gold Movado. Tell us how long you had it for and what made you pick this up.
Actually, my fiance got this for me because she loves me so much, and I've had it for about 2 years now.
Okay. And what was your first watch?
That's tough. Probably a Movado. I do like the Movados. They're nice.
Yeah, I love Movado as well, especially the vintage one and also the Movado Museum. I think, wait, what model is this? Is it Museum as well?
Fuck, you caught me, bro. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
I think it is. If you guys know, comment down below. But what's the next timepiece on your radar that you want to pick up?
Probably a Rolex.
Rolex?
Yeah.
Okay. You know which model?
I think it's the Mariner.
Okay. That's pretty much a normal, basic entry level
Exactly.
going into Rolex. And tell us, what'd you drive here today?
Q60 Red Sport.
Okay.
Nothing fancy, but she gets the job done.
Okay. Any modifications?
Just a tune, exhaust. That's about it.
And what was your first car?
It was actually an Infiniti G35, so I stay loyal to the Infinitis.
Okay. And what's the next car you may want to get into?
I don't know, man. I just got this one and I love it. I mean, Infiniti hasn't really come out with any other performance cars other than this one, so I guess we'll sit and wait and see if they have something a little juicier.
Okay. And as far as reliability, how you feel about the Infiniti?
Oh, they're great. Great cars. I think after they changed ownership, they veered off the path of the original G's and stuff, but they're still holding.
You thinking you might go into Euro, or you're gonna stay?
I love Japanese cars. I really do. So it'd be pretty hard for me to transfer over to something European.
You do most of your work yourself?
Yeah, for the most part.
Not bad. What do you do for a living?
I'm an alarm technician. I do luxury home alarms and stuff.
Okay. And last question, what's one piece of advice you give the people out there?
Listen to her, man. She's always right.
All right. I disagree, but okay. I appreciate you sharing and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, brother.
So I'm going to end the video here, guys. If you haven't commented down below your favorite timepiece or your favorite car, comment it down below. Let me know. Give the video a thumbs up. Let's get this video to 500 likes. And guys, stay tuned for the next episode.